Welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our best bets for NFL week number 4. There's highs, there's lows, a roller coaster of a season. That's why we have 18 weeks. We welcome each and every single one of you on the other side of this screen, and we appreciate the hell out of you. Continue to like the video. Let's dive into our best game picks. A BetMGM insider, Mr. John Ewing, telling us everything we need to know of where the money is for week 4 of the NFL season. A 6-leg parlay, a going for glory parlay, a tradition like none other, and then we have 4 anytime touchdown scores on the board. Luke, how are you feeling for this upcoming weekend?
Can't wait. Best sports weekend of the year. Ryder Cup. We're scuffling right now. USA scuffling. We're recording on Friday. USA scuffling. We're going to get it together. Scotty Scheffler. Haven't seen him put the ball in the hole. Please. But we got a hell of a slate in college football.
Yeah.
And then in the NFL, we're going to start early Sunday morning with the game in Dublin, Ireland. Let's get to it.
Segueing in. Favorites are 36-13-1 straight up overseas.
Yes.
Favorites have been continuing to get the job done when we go into international foreign waters. Favorites in this game, the Minnesota Vikings going against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
What are these teams? Where do they stand? Well, last week, Carson Wentz under center gets the job done. They score about 100 points at home in a win versus the Bengals. What else? The Pittsburgh Steelers on the other side of the football get the job done in New England in a game where the Patriots were begging to lose. The Steelers see one go through the hoop after losing their season home opener against the Seattle Seahawks. Now we land Aaron Rodgers versus Carson Wentz overseas, and we know, thanks to our segment coming up, where the money is in this game.
Yes.
Loop, what are your first thoughts?
Look, the Steelers, I feel like, you're giving them a lot of flack.
I know.
And at the end of the day,
I haven't started my flack yet, but I will.
As the great Bill Parcells says, you are what your record says you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're 2-1 in the National Football League, which is no easy task. Mr. Rodgers has looked pretty good for a 41-year-old quarterback.
Yep.
Defense, nothing yet.
Yep.
But I expect them to get rolling. If there's one part of the Steelers that I would be more confident to pick up the slack, it's the defense. Now we're going to Dublin, trying to get to 3-1. They got the Browns at home next week, so if they can get this one, get to 4-1, the Steelers starting to look like a very, very real playoff team.
This game worries me.
Yeah.
Because it has the opportunity to ruin your Sunday before Sunday even starts. You got to pick the right side here. We know Aaron Rodgers in 2019 with in 2022 with the Packers lost overseas, and then in 2024 he took a trip with the Jets and lost to the Minnesota Vikings. This game isn't coming down to the players. This is how I feel. It's not coming down to the players on the field. It's coming down between Mike Tomlin and Kevin O'Connell. And I feel like the boat and the ship is way more steady over on Minnesota's side. I don't care if I'm under center, you're under center, or Jimmy behind the camera, Johnny, Billy, Joey behind the camera are stepping foot under center for Kevin O'Connell. I feel like as much as I want to get in bed with the Pittsburgh Steelers, as much as I want to see Aaron Rodgers do great things, it feels like it's false hope, and there's just something missing. And I don't want to I don't want to throw my eggs in the basket just to be torn down and upset emotionally. And for that reason, I am going to go with the Minnesota Vikings here.
Yeah. See, you're selling the Steelers a little short, I think, and I'm going to take.
And I want to be wrong.
I'm going to take the Steelers here.
This is what my gut's telling me. I feel in my plums.
Like you're saying the Steelers 2-1, but they don't have good wins. The Vikings have wins against Jake Browning and against the Bears.
I'm not saying it's not good wins. I'm saying that I don't believe in the football team.
Okay.
That it's the same old story. That people are trying to get behind Aaron Rodgers the same way they did last year with the Jets when he came back. And I know it's 2 different fucking franchises, that's for sure, between the Steelers and Jets. But now just from watching the games, 3 games this year, they skinny out by the hairs of their ass cheeks against the Jets. They thankfully get a win against Drake May and the Pats. They lose their season home opener against Sam Darnold. The defense has not been there, and just something worries me if Aaron Rodgers can't get up in this game overseas, that there's going to be some problems. I want the Steelers, But there's something in my plums is just telling me if I wake up Sunday morning at the break of dawn and I'm riding the Steelers, that it's going to be heartbreak. So I have to roll with the Vikings, and I don't like it.
It seems like we're talking a negative way about the quarterbacks, and we haven't mentioned that the Vikings have Carson Wentz. So you're telling me I get to take Aaron Rodgers over Carson Wentz, and I get to fade the public? Sign me up.
I know.
All right.
I know. Sleazy, sketchy.
Let's get to the next game.
But we do have an anytime touchdown score in that game coming later in the program that apparently is a massive lock.
We got a call from a source today that says I got a sketchy touchdown score and it will not lose. Okay.
But let's dive in. Let's lay out
the
stage of the battle of two undefeated teams, the Birds flying south down to Tampa. Many of you might not know this. This is why we gather here. The Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Hurts under center have won their last 17 football games in a row. Pretty impressive stuff. However, the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts have only lost to one team in the National Football League twice during that stint since 2022. That being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, both times down in Tampa Bay. For some reason, the Bucs don't come up to Philly. Well, it was a Monday Night Football primetime game where they got belt to ass. And then it was a wild card game, Jason Kelce's final game as an NFL player, also belt to ass. Both times Jalen Hurts has gone down to Tampa, it has been belt to ass, Buccaneers laying it on the Philadelphia Eagles. Also, not to mention, overall, since 2015, the Eagles are 1-6 straight up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But now, I'm going to say this, Loop. I've said it before to you before the show. I've never seen a more dude team who has won their last 17 games with Jalen Hurts to beat another team in the National Football League like this matchup. How could you find a team who is a Super Bowl undefeated team yet somehow do? I feel like the ball has rolled on the side of the Buccaneers one too many times, and probability, the chances, the statistics are on our side that ball isn't going to roll 4 times in a row. This is a different team than the New York Jets, the Houston Texans, and the Atlanta Falcons. This is the Philadelphia reigning Super Bowl champion coming to town. I like the Eagles.
You like the Eagles. What a shock. Sometimes styles make fights, though. And just because a team is beating a team over and over, maybe that doesn't mean they're due. Maybe that just means that the styles don't match up so well.
Yeah.
And they're getting 3.5 points at home. And you know, if the ball's in the hands of Baker Mayfield at the end of the game, he's going to march right down the field.
I'm going to be crossing my fingers that
all you need, if you're down 10 in the fourth quarter, you take the Bucs. If it's a tie game, I feel like that back door is going to be open. The 0.5 there after the 3 makes a big difference to me in this game. All these games have been coming down to the wire.
Yeah, the Eagles had a generational 3.5 point.
If that happens again, I'll tip my hat.
Yeah.
But for that reason, I'm taking the Bucs. You're taking the Eagles. We're going head to head in the first 2 games. And I don't know.
I don't know either.
I feel good about this one. Home dogs, Baker Mayfield.
I do think, as I said to you before the show, Loop, that that the Eagles' secondary has been a struggle through the first 3 games. We saw Puka, saw CD, even though he dropped a couple passes, saw Devontae Adams. Like, these guys were able to work through, the Philadelphia Eagles defense. The Chiefs don't have a lot of weapons, so that doesn't really help there. The secondary is the weak point of this team right now for Philadelphia. So I do think it is absolutely massive that there's no Mike Evans. And I'm also now thinking to myself, how was Saquon Barkley in the recent game? I feel like Barkley might make a bigger impact against this Bucs matchup, more so than he had in the past, and more so a massive pro on the Philadelphia Eagles side of things. I mean, yeah, down in Tampa, he ran for 84 yards, but they still lost 33-16. I mean, it's just something.
Yeah,
weird.
32 yards receiving. Like, he didn't have a terrible game.
And it was week 4.
You might get Godwin back, though, if you're the Bucs. If there's anybody that can make it work with a little band of misfits with some injuries.
It was week 4. Yep. Open up that game. Mike Evans, 2-yard touchdown. Then Trey Palmer, touchdown. They went up 14-0 early in the first quarter. Then Baker Mayfield made it 21-0, and then a field goal. It was
347 yards for Bake.
It was 24-0.
Only 158 from your guy.
24-0 with 7 minutes left in the first half.
Good team down in Tampa. All right, head-to-head, 2 games. Let's get to the next one.
Yep.
This, I believe, is a game that we agree on. It is.
It's a beautiful spot.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite bet of the week.
Yep.
When I saw it, last Sunday or Monday morning, Colts 3-0, Rams coming off a brutal loss game.
Could
They
be
probably
3-0.
feel like they should have won. Like him even more coming off of the loss. Going to SoFi, McVay is going to be in his bag, as we always say.
Yeah.
Just feels like a great spot to fade Indianapolis and a great spot to buy low on the Rams.
The world will stop spinning if Daniel Jones marches into SoFi and takes down, McVay and Mr. Stafford and some of the dogs that they have with Kyron and Adams and Nakua. Look, it's been on a silver platter, and we're not taking it away from the Indianapolis Colts, but this feels like the perfect spot where it's truly the first test. First 2 weeks, they get the job done against the Dolphins. They don't punt. Second week, then they go against the Broncos. They get some leverage. They win that game. Then they get to play their first road game in Tennessee. That's a pretty nice place to play.
Yep.
Now you're going out to the West Coast playing a team who is very upset, not happy, angry, motivated to get this job done. The Indianapolis Colts defense is going to be put to the test. You're on the road. You're out on the West Coast. SoFi, fast track. I think the Rams get back on track. They win this game, and I think we see the first maybe little bit of signs of regression from the Indianapolis Colts. Also, sound the alarms. We talked about it on the Who's Next show. Daniel Jones, week 1 win, does not post on Insta or social media. Week 2 doesn't post on social media. Week 3 after the win, he is now posted on social media. Everything was going so well. And now there's going to be the record before the post, after the post, what we have to be in store for.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are going to leave here 3-1, and both the teams are going to feel pretty happy about the first quarter of their season.
Yeah.
Also, we got to tell you, BetMGM. If you go there, you bet a player to score the first touchdown, you get a second chance. This is important messaging. If you say I bet Saquon Barkley to score the first touchdown, he doesn't. That's okay. You're still alive. You score second, you get your money back. Second chance at BetMGM.
This game, Devontae Adams, first touchdown, veteran on veteran crime, and if he scores second, you get the money back. Give us the Rams.
Yep.
Give us the Rams. Give us the Rams.
Give us the Rams.
Minus 3.5. And let's continue on down the line.
Ooh, another game we see eye to eye on here.
Yeah, we love this game.
Yes, we do.
We love this game. It opened up as Bears minus 1.5, -1. The line is now flipped, and I believe a lot of people are putting money on the Bears.
How could you not?
The brand new Bears, Chicago Bears.
Flea flickers.
Massive win. Ben Johnson squad is now on track.
Bears are back.
The Ben Johnson team that we are hoping to see in the first 3 weeks is or the first 2 weeks is now got the train together and is setting sail.
Yes.
From sea to shining sea.
Brand new Bears.
Christopher Columbus. The Chicago Bears are hot on the scene.
Yes.
Caleb Williams, NFC Player of the Week, off of a massive, massive win. And what could go wrong?
Yeah, you're playing the Raiders.
Now you're playing the Raiders.
Raiders coming off 2 just horrible losses.
Yep. This is a generational buy low, sell high. Bears in classic fashion are going to suck everyone in, then pull the carpet right out from beneath you. Give us the Raiders at home.
Love it.
A demoralizing downfall, disaster, fluke shit game for the Chicago Bears. Just when you thought they were arriving, they then take a left turn to a team where they should win this game.
Oh, yeah.
No problem about it.
Season might be on the line for both of these teams.
I rolled with the Chicago Bears last week when everyone was taking the Cowboys. 74% of the bets were on the Cowboys. How could the Cowboys lose after Dak Prescott just went for 1,000,000 yards versus the Giants? Then they go up to Soldier Field. Caleb Williams looks like Joe Montana. Now we're going to continue that script. Caleb Williams is now going to go down to over to Las Vegas. And we saw a little tendency.
Yeah.
When you play the Cowboys, where Russell Wilson throws for 450 yards and looks like he's back, then the following week comes out, looks like he's never thrown a football and loses the starting job.
Correct.
Now, Caleb Williams wins NFC Player of the Week, looks like a genie and a god against the Cowboys. Then, if this math is adding up, he's now going to look like half of the man he was.
I was worried about landing that plane.
What's the actual line?
Not sure.
Half of the man he used to be.
Yeah, that is one of them.
Full in a man's
Yeah.
shoes.
All right, let's get to the
Something
next
like
game.
that. Give us the Raiders.
All right, game of the week. Look,
Another. What's the worst that could
this
happen?
is a good segue into John Ewing at BetMGM, who's going to tell you where all the bets are. This one, there's some very interesting stuff about Chiefs-Ravens, so stay tuned. It's coming up in just 1 minute.
Look, I'll say this.
Say it.
This is the 7th time Lamar and Mahomes are going head-to-head. Patty is 6-1. And now here we are, Ravens on national television. Everyone's now smelling from the kitchen, a little bounce-back spot after they got, I would say, embarrassed on Monday Night Football against the Lions. Where's the big, bad defense of Baltimore that we were once told about? And the Kansas City Chiefs see one go through the hoop. And
Against the big bad Giants.
I feel like it's only a matter of time. Now you see Xavier Worthy coming out of the woods. Now we might see a little more ground and pound. We're going to see Spags in his bag getting pressure on Lamar. Luke, we're going to talk about it in the next segment. I think a lot of people are going left. And I think Mahomes being counted out in the comfort of his own home.
You love Mahomes.
If this game was in Baltimore, it would be a different story staying at home. But now you're on the road. I mean, Luke, what are your thoughts? I want to grab something real quick.
My thoughts are that I don't know where the hell he just went. Now he's going to talk to the live audience backstage. What, he's got his Mahomes jersey back there? His Baker Mayfield jersey? What are you doing? What? Unreal. Bro brought props. They were right behind his seat, and then he ran backstage to get them.
This is going to be me on Sunday, dude.
So
This is going to be me on Sunday.
we can show the pick.
Kansas City. This is going to be me on Sunday. The whole world rolling with Baltimore, making Mahomes a home dog. What's the worst that could happen? The perfect little bounce back spot for the Ravens. They just lost on a national stage. Lamar and Baltimore are going to get the train back on track, going to figure things out. Fuck them. The defense couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed. The offensive line looked terrible for Baltimore. This is the perfect time where all of a sudden after this game, people are going to say, holy shit, the Kansas City Chiefs are back. Because they had a downfall week 1. Downfall week 2. They played the Chargers and the Eagles. Then they get a nice little layup to see one go through the hoop. Sunday Night Football, America's Game of the Week in MetLife, and they take down the Giants. Now they get to come back, and this is the opportunity for the Kansas City Chiefs to finally see things starting to progress. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs. They are winning this game. Leave the 2.5 points at the door. Chiefs money line. I love it. Everyone and their mother is loving the Ravens on this short favorite to bounce back, and everyone's now counting out the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'll take the Ravens.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Chiefs are going to win.
Give me the Ravens.
The Chiefs are going to
Give
win.
me the Ravens.
I'm telling you.
Give me the Ravens.
This is the classic. This
Baltimore.
is classic. Goodell.
Give me Baltimore.
Goodell calling
You
in.
don't think?
Look at this.
You don't think they want? I don't believe in this Goodell crap.
Look at
you
this.
and all your little Gen Zers
Look at
fucking
this.
believe in.
This is gonna
Give me
be-
the Ravens. Give me Baltimore. They're a better team.
I'm
The
literally-
Chiefs have one win, and it's against the Giants.
I'm wearing a Chiefs
if
jersey
Derrick
for Sunday
Henry
right now.
hadn't fumbled, they'd be 3-0. Give me the Ravens.
No.
Let's
This is my Chiefs
let's go
jersey
talk
for
to you.
Sunday.
We got that. All right, let's go to John Ewing.
Welcoming back to the show, John Ewing, our BetMGM insider, telling us where the money is, most bet on, teams, props, games, everything in between. As always, John, the floor is yours.
What's up, boys? Yeah, let's just jump right into it. And, last week we did it, the 5 most bet teams to cover. But we did it starting at the top. We got to go reverse order. What am I thinking? Leave something,
Yep.
For the end. So, number 5,
Yep.
Vikings. Everyone is on Minnesota. And historically, in the international series, this game's being played in Dublin. Favorites have crushed 36, 13, and 1 straight up, 32 and 18 against the spread. That's a 64% win rate. They open 1.5. They're up to 2.5, and 75% of money is on Minnesota to get the win and cover.
That blows my mind that it's that high of a discrepancy for favorites covering.
It's yeah. Vegas just knows who's gonna win in overseas.
Maybe it's some of that bad teams just don't want to be there. Like, it's a long trip if you suck.
And I know Rodgers is 0-2 overseas with the Packers in 2022 and the Jets last year against the Vikings.
Yeah, definitely an interesting spot, but yeah, historically the chalk has held up when you cross the pond.
All right, Gavin's big on the Vikings this week, so let's see if that's going to tip his scale. You never know.
I don't know. Fuck.
All right, what do you got next?
All right, coming at number 4, we got the Commanders. Falcons coming off the most embarrassing performance maybe last week. 0 points against a bad Panthers team. Interestingly, though, this line opened Washington -3. It's come down to -1. Still, though, nearly 80% of money is on the Commanders to cover. I think a lot of this could be attributed to Jaden Daniels. He's questionable to play. We'll see. If he's on the field, we can see that maintain the same level of wagering and action on Washington. If he is not able to play and it's Mariota stepping in, then maybe it flips and we see more betting coming in on the Falcons.
I actually just across my timeline minutes ago, both Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin ruled out for the Commanders.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, we'll see what happens come Sunday morning. Check my tweets for updates.
Yeah, I mean, a Marcus Mariota team being top 5 in bets for the week seems crazy, but maybe that'll change in the next couple days.
Line goes from 3 to 1.
Yeah,
everyone's betting. Yeah, I mean that just seems insane. A little bounce back spot for Raheem Morris and the boys. All right, continue on down the line.
2 backup quarterbacks now so far on your list. We've got Wentz and Mariota with the most bets.
All right, no backups here. All stars, MVPs, Ravens. Chiefs. Kansas City opened as 1.5-point favorites. It is now Baltimore -2.5 on the road. 81% of money is on Lamar to cover as that small road favorite. But we've all heard Mahomes 12-4 straight up, 13-1 or 12-3-1, against the spread as a dog. Unfortunately, though, 0-2 straight up and against the spread as a home dog. So this is a really interesting spot. Do you back the Ravens? Do you like the Chiefs? One of these teams is going to be 1-3, which is crazy.
Insane. I mean, if the Ravens are 1-3, if anybody had that on their bingo card, I want to see it now.
I love the Chiefs here. I think at home, I think the defense for the Chiefs, I'm going to trust even more so at home. Spags in his bag. After the things I saw from Baltimore on Monday night, now having to take the road, I think their O-line is in shambles, and even more so their D-line and defense in general for Baltimore worries me heavily. Now, everyone backing them on the road against Patty Mahomes. We already saw this story once this year against the Eagles. Eagles ended up winning. I don't know if it's going to happen again. I think after getting a win under the Chiefs' belt, I love the Chiefs here. I love the Chiefs.
One of those fan bases is going to be on fire at 1-3.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, it warms my heart to hear you say the Chiefs. I'm cautiously optimistic. But here's a fun fact for either fan base. Since the NFL went to a 14-team playoff in 2020, 5 teams have reached the postseason after starting 1-3. So even if the Chiefs or Ravens lose, it's not over. You still have a chance.
No.
100%. 100%.
All right, top 2. What do we got?
Okay, Packers -7. We got Micah Parsons returning to Dallas. Green Bay looking to bounce back after that surprising loss to the Browns. But Cowboys are in shambles. They lose CeeDee Lamb. They offensively can't move the ball against what we all thought was maybe the worst defense in the league against Chicago. This line opened in the summer as Packers -2.5. It reopened on Sunday at 6, and now it's at 7, and nearly 90% of money is on the Cheeseheads to cover as touchdown favorites in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very biased, but it just seems like the Packers, what a perfect spot coming off a game against the Browns where you couldn't score. Now you go to Dallas where they never lose. You go against that defense. Jordan Love has already lit them up. They got to be licking their chops.
Yeah, America's Game of the Week. Everyone's taking the -7, obviously. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, we love the Packers here.
Talk about Vegas needing something. I feel like they're going to be on their hands praying for a Cowboys
here's
win.
What could happen.
They need Dak Prescott to somehow find a way. I don't know how they're going to do it with, Javonte Williams and George Pickens, but
Moneyline parlays are all going to end Sunday night with the Packers.
That's hopefully what we have.
Well, Dak 5-1 against the spread as a dog of 7 or more points. So he has found the way to keep it closer in games that look like it should be a blowout.
Yeah. Hey, Packers win, Cowboys cover. I'd be fine with it.
And now the most bet-on team of NFL week number 4.
Coming in at number 1, it's the Chargers. They're on the road in New York. Giants make the switch to Jackson Dart, but the trading team was not impressed. LA was 5.5-point favorites. They moved to 6.5. Really tough spot for Dart. This is a pretty talented team in the Chargers on both sides of the ball. Dart -175 to throw an interception is pretty juiced up there. But again, against a tough defense in your first start, 88% of money is on the Chargers to cover as a road favorite.
Yeah, on Sunday Night Football, Collinsworth was saying, eventually moving into Dart and, hopefully finding him a good spot to ease him in. And now it feels like this Chargers defense is one of the top in the National Football League right now with the way they fly around the football. We saw it against Geno Smith. We saw them, give struggles to the Chiefs.
Yep.
Even last week against the Broncos, they fought hard. And now for a struggling Giants team, it's like with those two spots, with the Chargers and the Packers laying around, 7 to 6.5 points, a touchdown spread. It's two brutal spots for the opposing teams, and it feels like all sunshine and rainbows for the Packers and the Chargers. I don't know how those teams don't get the job done.
Yep.
Yeah, let's touch on props quickly. 2 most bet anytime touchdown scorers are both on the Lions. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs. Lions are double-digit favorites here. Both of these players have scored in back-to-back games. Bettors like them to make it 3 in a row.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always something sketchy when a really good team with a big spread. I feel like they move the ball around too much in these games where it's going to be Laporta and Tesla and then Montgomery, and then all of a sudden the game's over. We see this against the Browns when it was against the Ravens, when it was Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, everyone taking anytime touchdowns. And then it's a defense and Bateman and everyone else.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just so sketchy. I'd rather go to a game.
Packers one touchdown was their third-string tight end against the Browns.
Yeah. It feels like some of these bigger games, such as the Bucs and Eagles and the Rams and Cowboys, where it's like these marquee matchups, Ravens, Chiefs, where, I'd rather go with stars there than, this weird matchup. I'm surprised like Josh Allen or James Cook isn't up there either.
They always are. I mean, the star players tend to get the most action. How about this prop? I'll leave you with one more. Most bet prop in week 4 is Omarion Hampton over rushing yards, open 58.5, up to 65.5. 99% of money is on the over. Obviously, he's expected to lead the backfield now that Najee Harris is out with an injury. And the Chargers being the most bet team to cover kind of goes hand in hand. If the Chargers have success, that means Hampton probably had a big day.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I heard you say this, it was Breece Hall going over 53, and I think he has only like 40 rushing yards in 2 games since. So
yeah, I mean,
good to know.
Omarion Hampton hasn't shown a lot of signs. 3 games this year, 48, 24. Then last week had 70. So there was a little bit of improvement.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's a sketchy one. It's always hilarious to hear who's the most bet on prop. John, As always, it's an honor and a privilege. Anything else? Any more last notes, or are we ready to rock and roll for this weekend?
Good luck with all your bets, and I'll see you in week 5. 4.
It's going to be a hell of a sports weekend.
Thanks, man. I just set up. All right, boys.
No, you're good. You're good. Thanks, man. We'll be in touch.
All right, boys. Got that.
Enjoy the weekend. Let's get a USA win.
All right, let's
Appreciate
go.
you.
Peace.
It is now time for the Going for Glory NFL Week 4 parlay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've knocked at the door multiple times over the last few weeks, and it got slammed right on our balls. And now we get back up, and this is coming home. And you're not going to like one of the legs, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
$100 brings home $1,000. Let's get right into it. All we ask for is a seat at the table as we always set this up. A couple 1 o'clocks, couple 4 o'clocks, and all roads lead to Carrie Underwood tucking us in at night.
Yes.
Loop, give us leg number 1.
Leg number 1, another play I love this week, an 0-3 team that's a 7-point favorite against another 0-3 team. I think the Texans, look, they have not looked great, but at the end of the day, I mean, they lose by 5 to the Rams. They lose on a last-second field goal to the Bucs, and they lose on a Nico Collins against the Jaguars. If he holds the ball, they run out the clock, they kick a field goal. Yes, have they sucked? Yes. Are they still better than the Titans? Titans coach is giving up game day responsibilities, whatever the hell that means. That'd be like me coming on this show and saying I'm giving up speaking responsibilities. We'll take the Titans leg 1. Texans. Leg 1.
Texans, leg 1. It's going to be a hostile environment. They know their season's on the line. The defense is literally, I hope Cam Ward makes it out alive. Leg number 2. We are going to go with the Detroit Lions on the money line. This one goes home. This one comes through. Just an emotional all-time comeback win for the Browns. Now they have to pack their bags and go to the Motor City.
Yeah.
I think all roads lead to the Lions putting belt to ass. There's a crazy stat. The Lions are also 17-0 against the spread. When the prior game, they score 34 points and win that game by
When the boys get rolling, they get rolling.
more than 4.
Yep.
That system applied to the Monday night game because the game before they put up 52 and they won that game by more than 4. Then they covered once again and won outright. And now that system's back in place and they're probably going to cover 10 points against the Browns.
Yeah, I feel like Browns on the road is a perfect spot for Lions to keep rolling on offense.
Browns have their genie magic at home. On the road, it's a different story. Leg number 3, I'll continue to take the reins.
Worried about it.
I'm going to take the Eagles on the money line.
Worried about it.
I love it. I'm not worried. The Eagles are somehow due against another team in the National Football League.
The narratives you're able to spin in your own head.
Give us Jalen Hurts and a nice little bounce back game.
Nobody believes in them.
Nice little bounce back game
Little
for
engine that
Saquon
could.
Barkley.
It would actually be shocking if the Eagles could win this game.
Yeah. If you believe that or not, this would be shocking if the Eagles win.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley,
impossible.
bounce back game.
Miracle on Ice part 2.
The Rams took him out of the last game, forced Jalen Hurts to throw the ball. They come back from 26-7.
They played him 10 times. They might win 9.
They stared in the eyes
Not
of defeat.
today.
Not today.
Yep.
Eagles on the money line. Leg number 4. I'm also going to continue to take the reins because Loop doesn't like this leg, but it's okay because this parlay is going to come home.
This is sad because
I was looking at my ceiling last night.
it's sad because the next leg I actually do like.
The next leg you do like.
Yeah.
Well, leg number 4 on your side is what?
The Rams.
Oh yeah, leg number 4. This is all you.
Yeah, you wanted to take the reins, then
yeah,
you crashed us into a tree.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
Unbelievable. Yeah, Rams, favorite play of the week.
Favorite play of the week.
Yeah.
I
got a chip on my shoulder going into Sunday.
Yeah, that's what's the beauty of it.
I know.
It makes it that much more.
I know.
It makes it that much more when we build all this anticipation up. It makes Sundays that much better, and that's why we play the game. Your favorite play of the week is the Rams to get the job done.
I got to root for this parlay to go 4-2.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's gonna come home.
It should be our parlay.
I dreamed of
this.
this.
Gavin's parlay.
What 2 other legs if you could replace them?
I don't know. Now you put me on the spot. I'll have it by the end of this.
Okay. Look at the slate. Leg number 5. It's the Kansas City Chiefs on the money line. Us against the world, me and Patty, me and the refs, me and number 15 going to war against the Baltimore Ravens at home. It's going to be the perfect spot where all of a sudden people are like, well, I guess the Kansas City Chiefs are back. Saw too many. It's this one. I always say it's a week-to-week league. I don't know. I saw too many worrisome things out of Baltimore on both sides of the football. Not only Lamar when he gets pressure on him, with Spags is going to have his nutsack on the table in this game at home, but also on the defensive side of the football, the Baltimore Ravens look scary. I think there's going to be a big coming out party for both Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Xavier Worthy back in the lineup, giving me the Chiefs on the money line. And then our sixth and final leg. All we ask for is what, Loop?
Seat at the table.
A seat at the table. Leg number 6.
Green Bay Packers. Money line against the Cowboys. If I were to swap out 2, swap the Chiefs to the Ravens and swap the Eagles to the Broncos. Now he's worried. Look at him. Look at him.
Well, if you were to leave the Arrowhead game,
Steelers
and Broncos. That's also probably tasty. I was also looking at other games. I mean, I think the Niners get the job done again.
I know that line seems like a little too small to me. That's fishy.
We like the Falcons.
Yeah.
And we talked about that with John. I think the Patriots win at home.
Yep.
After the Panthers just won 30-0. I don't think they go up to Foxborough and now
Scares
win.
me a little scary.
We haven't mentioned the Chargers game, but we're kind of leaning. I don't know why. We're definition of insanity.
No interest in that game.
Yeah.
Watch, see what Dart's got. It's hard with a rookie guy you've never seen play.
Yeah. Well, Texans, Lions, Eagles, Rams, Chiefs, Packers. If it was up to Loops, he would replace the Chiefs and Eagles with the Steelers and Broncos. Other games that we are also liking, I think the Niners win. I think the Patriots win. And I think the Falcons win. And then we also like the Bills.
Yeah.
Minus 15.5.
Yeah,
but if
Bills
you wanted to
will
throw them in a parlay minus 9.5, I don't see how they lose.
6.5.
Or I don't see how they win by less than double digits. What's the worst that could happen? Let's get to our fourth and final segment, our anytime touchdown scores.
Yeah. We got some good ones for you. A little out of the box here. You take it.
Touchdown score number 1. I am going to roll with a man who fumbled the bag for his team last week, did not get in the end zone, absolute shambles, now gets to go against a nice little defense at home with the season on the line. Show us Nico Collins for an anytime touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely blew the game last week. Blew the game. Texans should be 1-2. Nico Collins fumbles in the red zone with about 3 minutes left as they should run the clock out. Why don't you go get some revenge for your boys?
Yep. Number 2 in the massive game down in Tampa Bay.
No one could ever believe this one.
No one could ever believe this one. Give me Jalen Hurts for an anytime touchdown.
How could he?
For an anytime touchdown. Grown man on butt cheeks. Give me a little tush-push action in the end zone. I like this one in a massive, massive undefeated matchup.
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
Leg number 3?
Leg number 3, our favorite pick of the week, our favorite game of the week, SoFi Stadium, Devontae Adams.
I love this one.
Me too.
I think,
He's dog.
when they get down in the red zone, they look for Adams. He scored against the Eagles last week. I think at home this week, there's going to be points in that game. For some reason, it's not Nakua often. Kyron Williams probably will score in this game after not scoring last week. It feels like he always scores. But Kyron Williams, a little too juiced to take straight. We're looking at like plus 110, staring down the barrel of plus money for Devontae Adams.
Yes.
Love him in this spot.
And then last one.
Our phone call in.
Yeah, we get a call about once a year from our guy Bobby.
Yeah.
And he called and he said, "Hey, I need a touchdown score on the show."
And it's a lock.
I can't tell you why, but he has a very particular set of skills. One of them is hitting touchdown scores.
And he said this one cannot miss.
He says will not miss.
NFL Week 4 can't miss anytime touchdown score.
So if you made it this far in the show, which I know all of you have, Calvin Austin for the Steelers.
Calvin Austin.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I mean, what are his odds to score a touchdown?
Just one of those. Close your
I'm just
eyes.
going to close my eyes.
Put it in, and that's it. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a hell of a slate. Starting in Dublin. Also, we're going to give you a little QR code. Hold the phone. Exclusive offer. Bet $10 on any game at BetMGM, and you get 3 shirts on us. Shipped directly to your door, so scan the QR code.
From Friday
3
Beers.
shirts from Friday Beers. on a $10 bet. So you really have nothing to lose there, which is great.
Yeah, look, we went through the game picks, talking about London, talking about the game of the day in Arrowhead. We talked about the downfall maybe of the Bears this week.
Eagles trying to make the upset of the century.
Yeah, Eagles trying to go for the upset. Everything in between, a 6-leg going for glory parlay. We told you the 5 most bet on teams of the week, so maybe steer clear. Falcons, frisky, sketchy.
Vikings.
Atlanta. 4 anytime touchdown scores. Apparently a can't miss touchdown score, which is going to come.
Can't wait. Early.
Bright and early. Pour the coffee, grab the cereal, sit back, and watch a Calvin Austin touchdown.
Hey,
over
Scotty
in
Scheffler,
Dublin.
why don't you put the ball in the hole?
Yeah, Scotty.
Huh?
Scotty, the time is now.
Bryson?
We appreciate each and every single one of you from the best sports betting show here on YouTube. Continue to like the page, comment your favorite play of the week, and subscribe, because if everyone did, the world would be a better place. Hey, if we get this big enough, dude, we could be doing some special things. So, and that's because of the people here on the other side of this screen. As always, we'll see you on the other side.